Dario, I'll start with you're locked in now. You'll get a week off in the first week of your finals. You're either going to finish first or second. I guess, and you've got, because we don't have simultaneous kickoffs, you'll know exactly what you can and cannot accomplish when you take the field in Perth. Will that affect how you approach the game if the result comes in from Sydney ahead of time, that you're locked into second regardless? That affects the 11 you put out with one eye on finals?
No, look, it won't affect nothing. So every game, every match day, we set out to go and win, and no result will ever change that. So whatever happens before or throughout these final few days, it doesn't change anything for us. We've got our way, and again, I've said to the girls many a time, the top left of the screen where the score is, that never dictates what we do. So we'll go out to win that game, and then we'll see what that, if that brings us a trophy at the end, if we do set out to and win that game. Sorry.
You and the girls, were you all the world's biggest Canberra United fans midweek when they were playing Sydney?
I actually didn't watch the game. I was with my kids at gymnastics, so yeah. So and there wasn't very good reception there either. So look, it's out of our control. So it's never too much. You can't worry about something that's not in our control. Was it a nice to see? Yes, it was nice because now we're still well in the hunt, and Sydney have a very, very big game, and I imagine for Melbourne Victory as well, a very big game on the weekend, which is, regardless, even if it was a friendly game, it's a big game because it's the Big Blue. So, that's got its history, that's got, a lot that goes behind it. And then I think just because of, it's the final day, second last game, Melbourne might be forced to get a result to potentially make finals. Sydney need a win to win the premiership. We might need a win to win. So I think it's a very exciting last round. No one really knows where they're finishing. We know now we're in the top two, but it's, I think for the neutrals and everyone, it's been a fantastic season, and it's coming down right to the wire.
That week off in the first week of the finals that you're now locked into with a newly expanded top six, how valuable is that going to be for you, not just to spend an extra week on the training track preparing, telling the players what you want them to do, but also just you've been beset by injury this season. You've got Stoddy and Wilco going away on international duty. How valuable is that? How valuable is that week off going to be?
Look, it should be good. We've got also Amina that's travelling to the other side to Europe, so she'll be as well. So it does help. If we were forced to play on a Saturday, and if they were arriving back, maybe not so much for Wilkes and Stoddy, as they were only in New Zealand, thankfully. But, for Amina coming back from Europe, and depending on the day she arrives back, it could be very hard for her to back up, and we never want to put players in harm's way to put them in a higher chance of injury. So, the extra week is good, but then on the same side, it's a long break from the last game to the season. Then you play your first sort of semi 3 weeks away. So we'll need to replicate that a little bit, and we'll try our best to get that, and then. Yeah, we'll be ready. Again, no excuses. Doesn't matter what it is. So we'll be ready to put our best foot forward and best team forward to try win that game and try help us to get into a grand final then.
In terms of the side that you'll be able to roll out on the weekends, how are the girls travelling? You obviously brought some of the young Tillies back last week, managing them back in. How's everybody pulled up?
Really good. I think we've had, unfortunately, Soph get injured. Sophia Varley, she's unfortunately had an injury, which is so we send her our best wishes. But for the first time in terms of the actual outfield plays, first time I can actually say everyone's pretty much fully fit. So it's nice to be able to say that. But now it just comes with more headaches about trying to pick the best team, but they're all we're in a really good space where we're excited for the weekend, and we're looking forward. We'll have our final training session today in Melbourne. We'll head to Perth tomorrow, have a training session there, and then we'll be ready for Sunday.
Because with the players, obviously, Policina's coming back from injury. Galich, do you want to get a start into this weekend's before finals, just so they can run out a bit of time before it turns into an elimination game?
Look, we'll assess it. We'll assess it sort of after today. Today's sort of the main session where we look at it, and I've analysed Perth, and it is hard now. There's a lot of good players. Shelby's been excellent. Minnie's coming back as well from her slight injury that she sustained, and the squad's been doing really, really well. So we'll just see how we can get the best out of the people that we put out, and then I'll put out what I believe is the best squad to get us the victory. And it's not just the 11 that start; it's also the ones that will come in that can make a massive impact as well.
Heading into the last round of the regular season, Dario, has it been challenging this season, newly expanded season, trying to juggle the demands of 22 weeks of football as opposed to the shortened seasons of the past?
No, I don't think so. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed that we've had a longer season, a full home and away calendar. So that's been really, really good. The only thing that sort of caught us by surprise were the transfers, and then our transfer windows not being open. So that was a little bit, trying to navigate through that. And so, but look, as I said, when the girls went over, we're extremely pleased, and it just shows that we're doing the right thing, and we're giving the players a platform to show their what they're capable of and how good they actually are. So it's really nice to see, Liz already now starting goalkeeper, and then WSL. Torpy's been playing, already won the Shield with San Diego, so, and as a Matilda as well. So I think in regards to that, it shows that we're also, what we're doing is right for the individual players, but as a team as well, it gives that individual the best chance to flourish.
And last one from me, Dario. I've been asking a few coaches this week, because obviously over the past fortnight or so, there's been a lot of noise surrounding the A-League, Canberra, Newcastle. We went through a 24-hour period where we didn't know if games were going to be broadcast on the weekends yesterday. For you and the players, is this a distraction for you as people whose livelihoods depends on this competition? How do you and how do the players stay focused on doing your job when there's so much noise surrounding the league as a whole?
Look, it's not good. I think we don't want that to happen. We want all the teams to be there. We want everyone to have the girls to have their opportunities, and we want more teams to come into the competition. We want it to build, because it is a popular sport. It's a sport that a lot of people that love, and there's a lot of people that make massive sacrifices to be in it. And just not just the girls or the coaching staff or even the people behind the scenes. Everyone's here because they love the game. So it would be a shame, and I really hope it doesn't happen. But for us, going back to the start of that question, it's just business as usual, really. Because unless the game's cancelled, then okay. But as far as we're concerned, the game's going ahead. So, if there's 100,000 people there, if there's no one there, we still have to play a game. We still set out to win it. So we want big crowds, and I think the girls and the men, they deserve crowds to come out, and because there is good football on display. It shows that we can play football, both sides, and Australia is a footballing country. We've showed it at World Cups on both sides, especially what the ladies done not too long ago was massive. We saw the interest. Now just how can we bring that into the local game? So we hope we get through this little patch, and we're better on the other side of it. So, I think we all have to come together now, everyone in the football sort of family, as we say, and all support each other, help each other, and just get through these tough times, which, again, everyone goes through them, but it's now we all stick together, and we just keep building the competition, making it better and better, and just keep giving, these young players, not just our side, the female, but the male side, just keep giving them opportunities, and then we can all wake up early in the mornings like we did watching the girls in the Champions League over the last 2 mornings, and hopefully we have men's players in the Champions League as well, and I think that's what everyone really, really wishes for. I know the World Cup's every 4 years, but it's always nice when you can watch people that have come from our league playing in these great games, Champions League semi-finals or quarter-finals, or Europa Leagues and Premier Leagues, and so I think, we want everyone to be successful. We want everyone to be successful. And that's not just players, that's everyone as a league, as administration, as coaches. We wish success upon everyone, and I think that's what makes our game special.